7 years ago, I made a decision that completely changed my life. I remember going from a soul-sucking 9 to 5 to living out my dream life in business, all because of this one thing. I started getting opportunities to speak on stages, get paid to travel the world, get to work with like the top dogs in business, and get to impact hundreds, if not thousands of people every single day. And it's because I started this YouTube channel, but not in the way that most people think of starting a channel, like trying to get a massive audience or trying to become famous or try to go viral, but something completely new. You see, what I discovered changed the way I create content forever, changed how I approach marketing my business, how I look to grow my personal brand so clients and opportunity come to me and not me having to chase them. So in this video, I want to walk you through those lessons, how YouTube changed my life and the 3 crucial lessons I learned in discovering this new way, and then how you can start or relaunch your channel in 2026. So sit back, relax, let's help you make it happen. Hey, if you're new here, welcome to the Content Playbook, where we are here to make content simple so growth is predictable and freedom is inevitable. My name is Kyler Miles, and the first lesson I want to share with you in my journey, 7 years on this platform, crazy to think about that, is that you need to start before you're ready. And before I dive into reasons why, let me just walk you through a little bit of a backstory so you can understand the context and why this simple advice is the most important thing that comes to YouTube. My journey starts way before I started a channel. At a very young age, I always wanted to make a difference. I remember having this feeling of like I was born to, I felt this urge and this pull to do something with my life. I wanted to be a firefighter, and then I wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be Spider-Man at some point, all because I wanted to help people. I wanted to help the little guy. I want to help people who are less fortunate than me, who didn't get the same opportunities as me. And growing up, I tried to do that. I joined a church and I went on a missions trip to Africa twice, where we helped build playgrounds and schools, and we fundraised money, like tens of thousands of dollars for the school in Africa. I fundraised money for cancer research, and I did numerous things growing up in my life, trying to make a difference. And it was really fulfilling. It felt awesome. But as I grow up and I started to go to school and go into my career, I started to get into business. And as one gets into business, you start looking up to the greats, Gary Vee, Alex Hormozi, Dan Martell, Cody Sanchez, like all these amazing entrepreneurs. And it got me thinking, as one does when you're looking up to these people, like, what do these guys and girls have in common? Like, what do they all have that I don't? So a couple things. They all have massive businesses, years of experience, huge personal brands. But something really stood out to me. They all make massive impact, but not in the way that I originally felt. Not in the way of like traveling to Africa and donating money. They did it on their couch. Now, bear with me here. They created massive impact, impacting millions upon millions of people, creating content from their couch. You see, the content they created allowed them to build the business of their dreams, to make massive impact, to have freedom, to literally get into any type of business they want because of the content they created. And so this made me realize that if I truly want to create impact, that I have to start before I'm ready. I have to start creating content. And so this made me realize all that I need is a camera, a message, and the courage to make it happen. Because everything you want in life and in business is behind the content you create. And the people that you are meant to impact, the business that you're meant to build, the freedom and life that you're meant to live can't happen if you stay hidden. So your only option is to start before you're ready. You don't need a fancy setup. You don't need crazy equipment. Here's a photo of me starting my YouTube channel. This crazy guy right here in Montreal trying to survive the craziest winter of my life, like minus 40 degrees. I don't know if wherever you're watching this or listening from this, I've never felt anything cold like that. If that guy can do it, then so can you. Like, there's nothing special about me. Anyone can pick up a camera if they have the courage to make it happen, if they have the courage to start before they're ready. But oftentimes, the reason why you're not starting is less about the tech and the strategy, but more about overcoming a fear or a blockage. You're overthinking it. You're thinking people are going to judge you, or that, I don't want to start if I don't know what I'm going to say. Do you think this guy knew what he was trying to say? No, but he had the courage to make it happen. And this is the fundamental thing you need when starting a YouTube channel. Every single client I work with when they start YouTube has the same core problems, same core questions in their mind. And this goes from all levels. I work with people who are trying to make their first 10K, who are making $1 million a month. And this goes in all levels. They all get stuck on what content to create. What do I say in the content? How do I create the content? What are people going to say when they see it? Is this cringy? Is it, they go through the same thing. Like, we all are human beings. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen if you just put yourself out there? And for me, putting myself out there put me on a trajectory to work with some of the top entrepreneurs in the game, get to work with school.com, who flew me out to Las Vegas for 6 months straight to work with all the winners of the school games. The school is run by Alex Mosley and Sam Ovens, the GOATs of coaching and business, because of my tiny, tiny following on YouTube. So start before you're ready. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Maybe you have started. Maybe you started posting and you're looking at the numbers of views or engagements and you get discouraged because you're thinking, oh, it's not working. I'm not really getting that much eyeballs on my stuff. And trust me, I feel like that too. For years I felt like that. I felt like I was failing in my content creation business. Am I really a good creator? Am I even cut out for this? I had all those questions in my life, but this led to lesson number 2, which was that YouTube isn't about being famous, it's about being found. So I want to share with you a story of how this is so true. This is a story of how I got to work with school.com. To make a long story short, I was flip-flopping between 10, 20, even up to 30K, but it was like very up and down. And it was in a down month. And I remember talking to my girlfriend, who's now my wife, complaining about, man, this is so hard. I don't know if I'm cut out for this, and having all the emotions. And she was encouraging me, just like, keep it up. Like, you're really good. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. You obviously have something there. You just like have these blockages. And so I forget what day it was, but I was really down and I decided, okay, I'm gonna make a video. And it was like the first video in like a month. I didn't create any content for a month. And maybe I got like 50, 60 views or something. Like, not much. And interesting enough, about a week goes by and I get an email from someone I haven't met before, who wants to do a podcast, invited me to a workshop, and then asked me if they can go on my podcast. They're stopping by in Vancouver, BC, where I live. They saw my piece of content and they would love to be on my show. And I was like, yeah, awesome. So I went to this event, I met the guy, interviewed them, and long story short, he loved not only the interview, he loved the end product, the video that we created. It actually got him like a lot of business. Like, that interview got him business. So he later DM'd me on Instagram and invited me to the school games. He said, hey, you want to come out and do what you did for me for one of my clients out in Las Vegas, and he was an investor in school. And so I get flown out to Las Vegas and I meet Sam Ovens, I get to meet Alex Mosley, I get to meet all these amazing people who work with school.com, and they run, at the time, the school games, which is a competition of like who can make the most amount of money in a month. And the winners get flown out to Las Vegas for this day or 2-day event with Alex. And there's this house, this mansion. And so my task, what they hired me to do, was to interview everybody on their journey and getting there. And I did this for 6 months straight. And I'm bringing this story up is because I was at such a low point in my business, mentally, physically tired and questioning if I should even do this. And then all of a sudden I get this opportunity because I made a video. That video was found by the right person. It didn't go viral. It didn't impact millions of people, but it impacted my life. Because of that one decision I made to post that one video, it led to a conversation. That conversation led to an opportunity. That opportunity led to me being flown out to Las Vegas for 6 months. So much so that people are wondering, like, what are you doing in Las Vegas? Like, this is weird. But I was just like, no, I'm get to create content for some of the top entrepreneurs in the world. Like, these entrepreneurs are ranging from $30,000 a month to $200,000 a month. So I get to interview them, I get to work with them, I get to learn from them, and I got clients from it. I built my business because of this opportunity. And none of this would have happened if I tried to go viral, if I tried to become famous with YouTube. Here's another example, Natasha Graziano. She runs, I think it's one of the top 10 podcasts for female entrepreneurs in the world. She's from the UK, and she came across my content. Again, I don't have, not massive following, no massive viral video, but she really loved my piece of content. And so she DM'd me and hired me at first just to film content for her. right? It was just like, oh, I need someone and I really like this guy, I hired. But then that opportunity led to me managing her podcast, me helping her create a campaign that helped her make hundreds of thousands of dollars, that helped her change her website and her VSL. And all these opportunities snowballed because of the videos I created. But not because I tried to go viral, because I was trying to be found. YouTube is such an amazing platform that the algorithm is so smart. It knows exactly who your video needs to be served to. And so it's your job to make the content serve for that person. And so the biggest lesson is that when you try to reach more people, you actually reach less. YouTube is about being found, not being famous. And the more that you can focus on that, the more that your content will lead to more opportunities, lead to more clients, lead to more you living the life you know you deserve, the business that you know you're meant to have. If your business isn't growing, it's dying. And if you're not growing personally and growing professionally and growing your clients and getting results like that, then you are slowly dying. So you need to change the perspective you have with this platform and stop focusing on the vanity metrics, which I get lost in, by the way, but you need to focus on how people will find you. So now that you understand YouTube's about being found, not being famous, now the question is, how do you get chosen? And this leads me to the third and final lesson before I get into like how you can actually start your YouTube channel. This is what helped me discover this new way, the way that completely changed how I approach content creation, marketing my business, building my personal brand. This was the most important thing. Content creation isn't about going viral, isn't about attention, isn't about trying to be popular. It's about becoming someone worth pursuing. It's about becoming the authority that clients chase. This is what content creation is, because let me tell you, content creation is a massive skill in business. You have to learn how to communicate. You have to learn how to package ideas in the right way. You have to learn how to hold attention. You have to become someone that is worth being chased, worth being pursued. Why are the greats, Alex Mosey, Gary Vee, all these people, why are they the icons, the leaders in the space? Is because they've become someone that is worth the following. They've become someone that's worth being chased, that's worth whenever they make an offer, whatever book they freaking, Alex Mosey talks about that he produces, I buy without question. He is someone worth chasing. He is someone that I respect, someone that I admire, someone that is worth my time. This is what content creation is. It's a journey of becoming someone worth chasing, becoming the leader of the space. If you want to become the obvious choice, the authority in the space, you can't just step on stage and become it. This is a skill that you have to develop. You think Gary Vee, Alex Mosey stepped out the gate becoming someone worth chasing? No, they've developed their skill in communication, content creation, public speaking, holding attention, framing, hook writing, copywriting, sales, market. Like these are all skills that develop them, that shape them into the authority. So this new way of looking at YouTube, looking at content creation, we're no longer in the attention era. Attention is not the new oil in 2026. What is authority, is having trust at scale. Because with AI pumping out so much content, we do not know what is real or fake. And so the thing that makes you stand out is you. And those are the three core things I've learned in starting my YouTube and how it's changed my life. It shaped me into becoming someone worth chasing. So when I get DMs from people who want to work with me, it didn't start that way. When I am found from my audience, it is not done by accident, it's done strategically and intentionally. When I ever look at something and think like, oh, I'm not really good at that, I start before I'm ready. If you're ready to start your YouTube channel in 2026, here is a simple and easy framework to get you started. And this is called the BOLD framework. This is something I created at an event I spoke to in front of hundreds of coaches and consultants who are looking to start their content creation journey. And so this framework will hopefully help you get over some of the blockages stopping you from it. And it starts with this. B is belief. You have to believe in your message. You have to believe in yourself. As cliche as this sounds, if you do not believe in you, why should I believe in you? If you don't believe in yourself, why should I follow you? Belief that you can do this is the foundation. What you believe is what you achieve. You can't have action without belief. Belief is the foundation of everything when it comes to content. If you do not believe, if you're not delusional about what you can accomplish through this powerful platform that allows us to communicate to millions upon millions of people over the internet is crazy. This is the greatest opportunity in human history to market your business, to get paid to market your business. So you have to have belief in yourself, belief in your message, belief in your product. And if you don't have belief, then there's a bigger issue at play. And a lot of the problems that I had in my own business was because of this. I didn't believe that I deserved the business that I wanted. And so I didn't get it. The minute I started to believe in my message, believe in this medium, that's when everything started to happen. That's when school came knocking. That's when I got to work with like these amazing coaches, millionaires. I'm in the room with these millionaires because I believed. If you don't believe in yourself, who will? So that's the first step. You have to have belief. Number two, you have to own your message. This is own your message. Here's what I mean. YouTube is full of people saying the same thing over and over, right? How are you and I supposed to compete with people like Alex Hormozi? Trust me, we can't. He's way above us in so many ways. So instead of trying to compete on who's better, why don't you just be different? Own a message that no one else can share. Take me for an example. I don't know anyone else on the internet talking about becoming the authority worth chasing, becoming the obvious choice. This is something that I own. This is a message that I say to people, the transformation I bring to people. Yes, of course, everyone can say attract clients or get 5 to 10 clients a month guaranteed or this. Like I understand those sales copywriting tactics, but we've been bombarded with so many things. Like we don't want those things anymore. We want to become someone we are not. That's what we're offering, a transformation. Owning a message, owning a category, becoming the only person who talks about that. That's how you stand out. That's how you be authentic. That's how you attract opportunity and clients and views and leads to you. Owning a message. Number three, you have to learn out loud. I don't want you to lecture. We are not here to lecture and teach. We're here to share the lessons that we've learned in our journey to building our expertise. I see so many people telling people how to do X, Y, Z. You need to do this, you need to do this. You look back in this video, everything I've shared has been from my own experience, my own lessons in life. I've not said that you have to do X, Y, Z. I said, this is what I did that changed my life. This is how it impacted me. This is how I view things. And if you view them the same way, chances are you're going to actually take the advice because I'm not giving it. I'm sharing it. I'm not lecturing. This is not high school or college where I have to take a test at the end of the class. This is me sharing with you the lessons I've learned in my entrepreneurial journey, in my content creation journey. And if it resonates with you, that's when you take notes. That's what creates influence. That's what creates resonance and connection between us. So you need to learn out loud. Don't lecture. Even important, lead. Again, when I go back to lesson number 3, becoming someone worth chasing. Content creation is a journey of becoming someone worth chasing. Is becoming the leader that you say you are meant to be. So learn out loud will help you become the leader that you're meant to be. The leader that gets followed, that gets pursued, that attracts opportunity and clients to you and not you chasing it. And the last thing in the bold framework to start your YouTube channel is D, which is dare to be seen. This is really important to finish off this video because if you don't dare to be seen, this is a daily dare to be seen. Let's say it's that. You have to dare to be seen. You can't create the impact. You can't have the business. You can't have the life that you know you deserve if you stay hidden. You have to start before you're ready. You have to dare to be seen. If you do not dare to be seen, you will not create the life, the business, the outcome that you want. And so if any of this resonates with you, if you want help to launch your channel, go check out the link in the description. I have an offer for you that will help you through this, help you over these blockages, these fears, these friction points that are stopping you from making it happen. I've been able to work with hundreds of entrepreneurs when it comes to YouTube and podcasting and content creation, and I've seen every single thing, whether that's the tech, not knowing your message or what you're positioning or your branding, all that can be solved. What you can only do, and only you, is dare to be seen. Pick up a camera, share a message, and have the courage to make it happen. So I look forward to hopping into this opportunity with you and helping you start your YouTube channel in 2026. If you found this valuable, let me know in the comments what part really stood out to you. I'd love to hear your feedback on this. And I'm really pumped because this is the first episode of the Content Playbook, the new show I just started. So if you like this format, let me know. Thank you guys so much for listening. My name is Kyler Miles. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Take care. Peace.